All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Daybreak Live. My name's Krissi. I'm so excited to be here today. We have a very fun interview planned with Charlie Draper from Draper Law Office, and we are going to be talking about such an important topic right now, and actually a topic that has become more and more intense as the pandemic has happened, and very important education. So, this is going to be a good conversation, and I hope that you stick around to listen to it. So let's make it official. Let's get into it. We'll play the video, and then we'll get to introduce you to Mr. Draper himself. All right, here we go. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Daybreak Live. My name's Krissi. I'm with Positively Osceola, and it is such an honor to be here. I've got a nice, fun, new green screen background for you all to look at with this imaginary dog. But I'm so excited to chat today with Mr. Charlie Draper of Draper Law Office. We're going to be talking about community. We're going to be talking about education. Lots of changes that are going on. So stick around, and I would love to introduce you to him. So let's bring him on. Mr. Draper, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, and so is the county. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for having me as your guest.
Oh, absolutely. And something that people might not know is that you've been a part of the community for a long time, and an integrated part of the community. Like, you have been helping Osceola County since like 1984. And I know personally with Positively Osceola, you've been working with us and partnered with us talking about teachers, professional school support staff, and you've been doing that for at least 6 years, right? So this is a really important part of you and what you do, and education is so important to you. So tell us a little bit about your involvement into that. I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, so one of the, to me, education is community, and it's all about community. And it's such a critical piece of our community. And this Monday, I had the privilege of attending a press conference at which it was announced the Valencia College is offering free tuition for students, a graduating class of 2022, high school students.
Yes.
And that the school district is offering also free tuition for the OTEC, the Vocational Osceola Technical Education Services. Apparently, there is almost $12 million been set aside for these tuition-free services. It's a huge opportunity,
right,
for the students who, for whatever reason, would not be able to attend college because of many different circumstances. But the fact that this is being offered to our high school graduates of this year, no strings attached, no obligation to repay the tuition. It's just, and this is not only a huge stimulus, this will come back. We're investing in our students now. We're investing in our community, and this investment will pay off dividends in the future. So I'm really excited. It's a win-win for the community, win-win for the students, obviously, and also our future. And so I've heard, I've talked to representatives of the school district and um, heard that they've had over 600 inquiries so far
Really?
about the program. And so my hat's off to, those responsible for providing the funds, for Dr. Deborah Pace, the superintendent of the school
Yes.
district, and Dr. Polensky, who worked as a cohesive team in putting this program together. And so I just couldn't be happier. So
I can't imagine, like, as a graduating high school student, senior, right? Being from a background where you can't afford everything.
right,
You know, you're not necessarily in poverty, but you also can't afford college. Like, it's just getting more and more and more expensive, and you have to work your butt off to get good grades. You have to get scholarships. You know, you have to do your best, and you have to apply for FAFSA, and all of that financial aid. But having this as an opportunity to already get you in the door of where it is you want to go, Valencia College and OTech are top notch. Like, for our community, this is amazing.
it really is. And um, I think I attended another event recently. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. It was the school district's education awards banquet, and there had to be over. It was very well attended. Over 100 teachers and employees were recognized for their outstanding services, and of course, there can only be two winners. Taylor Kuwick was recognized as and named the Teacher of the Year, and a young man, Taylor, young man Cody Workman, it was named School-Related Employee of the Year. But here's the key point. Oh, and the MC, who's great, was Trooper Steve Montero. Here's the great thing. All three of these individuals are alumni of the Osceola County School District, and they went off to hone their skills and go to colleges, but they came home.
Yes.
And are now investing and giving back to the community that they served and loved. And so I think this is going to be, this really ties into this tuition-free program that the county is sponsoring. And I think we'll keep more of our brighter students. I mean, there are so many who are eligible, but just don't, because of their background and circumstances, their parents are maybe be disabled. There's all kinds of circumstances that really deprive our kids from really attaining their best. And so this is a win-win. And, lastly, we try to, our firm teams up with Dr. Pace and her team and Positively Osceola, and we recognize feature teacher each month, and as well as a paraprofessional. And these are really critical employees who make a difference. They are outstanding, and they give above and beyond. Believe me, they are so deserving to be recognized. And I've mentioned this to Dr. Pace before. We could do this every day of the month. I don't know where she gets these gems, but they love her. They're so tied into the school district and teaching the young ones. So my hat's off to Dr. Pace and her team, Dr. Polensky, for this huge investment.
Yep.
And believe me, it will return dividends far more than what is covered. But we're hoping that they'll be able to do this for the class of 2023. But it's too early to tell. So,
Right.
But it's a great step forward for our community. So
yeah, and think about it. This has been going on, like you were mentioning, the Teacher of the Year and the School-Related Staff Member of the Year, those awards, this has been going on for generations. The fact that they grew up as a child, they were influenced in Osceola County, they left, they honed their skills, like you said, but then they came home. I mean, now they're the ones that are influencing our kids and our community to this day. And so it's like a huge full circle experience, and our community is making it happen. And speaking of that, and team members being recognized, teachers especially, you know, we just earlier on Good Morning Osceola, we're talking about how Governor Ron DeSantis just announced the budget increase for teachers and their salary. I mean, this is a huge, huge month for teachers in Osceola County.
It is, and thank you for bringing that up. I hope that the legislature passes that, because the teachers are well deserving. Believe me, they don't do it for the paycheck.
Right.
They do it for, you know, their heart. They really are compassionate people who care about their students, and they deserve to be recognized by salary increases. So I hope it comes through. It would be a huge month for education if the legislature will pull that off. So I'm tickled.
And here's a question that I have for you. Out of all of the opportunities to be a part of locally, you choose education as your main passion. Why is that?
Because in my opinion, education is the future of our community. It really is. And the more opportunities we can give our kids, the better educated and more informed decisions that they'll make. And this will be generational. This is not for just this generation.
Right.
No, they learn these skills and principles, and they pass that on to their children, and their children are going to pass it on to their children, and it just is good for the community. It's, you know, a wonderful stimulant. So I choose it because it influences our young leaders. I'm talking about preschoolers, first grade. These are going to be our future leaders, and so why not give them the most opportunity? And the way to do that is provide them with the best teachers and counselors that we can.
Right. So, and if that's an opportunity, then let's do it.
Absolutely. And everyone should be on board. And, we all need to get out of our corner offices and get down on Main Street and talk to the people who are make a difference and be a part of that revolution. And just it's so rewarding. It just comes back to me tenfold. When I see these teachers, I mean, they just love their students. They spend money out of their own paycheck to buy school supplies. They work endless hours. You just can't say enough about it. It's not an 8:30 to 5 job. And also, I don't mean to be remiss. It's the whole team. And when I say the team, I'm talking about not only the school teachers, but the paraprofessional employees, the bus drivers, everyone who contributes to the educational process.
Right.
So my hat's off to them. I really do. And it's been a wonderful month, and hopefully it will continue to be a good month for the educational system. So Osceola, it's just, it's wonderful to be a part of this community.
Agreed. And it takes a village.
It does. And that's, it's, well said, but so we all need to get involved,
Right.
you know, and there's so many opportunities for us to get involved, and we need to just make a call, find out what can I do to help. That's all it is.
If
And
everyone cared and put as much effort into it as our teachers, think about it. What it could be.
oh, it would be wonderful. It would be utopia.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's just. I hope that someday that we get there.
Me too.
I really do.
And we're definitely on the way.
We are, and this month has really been quite a stimulus to get us there.
Right.
And so, thank you for discussing this topic. It's very important and very dear to me, and because it's our community.
Well, it has been a pleasure, sir, 100%. And just the fact that you have such a positive outlook on everything, and obviously that's what we want to do too. We want to take what's going on and make it positive and share that with everyone. And we love pointing out people in our community who are making a huge difference. And you are doing an amazing job. And thank you for calling out all the educators and the team members that are working their butts off to raise our kids. This is huge.
Well, thank you for having me, and let's just keep up the work.
Let's do it.
All right.
We'll do it together. Thank you so much for chatting. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching live and you have questions or comments, please let us know. You can comment below. You can send us a message. Make sure you're following us and subscribing us on every platform that you'd like, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And we get to chat with really important people in our community, just like Mr. Charlie Draper. So thank you so much for joining us, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too, everybody. Enjoy. See ya.